this and share my screen. Okay. Hopefully they'll come on soon. I talked about this last week or the week before. A lot of people feel like we talk about the same things. They hear the same things each week. And it's true. The same things are always said at Super Saturday events. They're said on the National Wake Up Call. They're just reiterated. They're retaught. We're reminded to do the same thing because there really is no secret sauce. People ask all the time, what are you doing? What's your schedule? And I was talking about this on the leadership call this morning with a few other coaches, and I don't even know what I do every day. Like, I figure something out. I feel like every week I adjust what I do. So like I said, there's no secret sauce. You have to figure out what works for you, whether it's, posting 1 time a day, 2 times a day, posting about yourself, your family. I mean, you just have to be consistent. That's really the only secret, is to just be consistent and allow people, your audience, to see that this is real. You're really passionate about this. You're really legitimately sharing. And those are the people that are going to buy a challenge pack from you within 48 hours of being a coach. I mean, because they trust you. They know you. So that's basically why you're hearing the same content. You're hearing the same ideas. We just share our stories, share what works, share what doesn't work. I mean, I learn something new every day, I feel like, through this whole process. Today's call, if you haven't listened to it, I definitely recommend it. I had no idea who this Vito Lafata guy was. Superstar diamond coach. He's on like the coaching advisory board, which basically means that he comes up with the trainings and everything that's in our back office. So, no big deal. He built his business on confidence, purpose, and consistent training. And it's funny because he talked about on the call how he would start working, maybe a half hour a day, and then an hour a day, and then 2 hours a day. And then he realized that the more he put into his business, the more he got out. So he started out just like the rest of us. We didn't know what to do. We didn't know how much time to spend on our business. But he really talked about being confident in your posts, in your consistency, in everything that you do. And I highly recommend for brand new coaches, for seasoned coaches, for really anyone. It was a quick call too. He talked for about 25 minutes. So definitely check it out. And if, for those of you that are new on the call, if you want, you can text Coach Call to 96,000 and you'll get an automatic text reminder 15 minutes before the National Coach Call. That's if you want to listen to it live, but it's always available in the, what is it, that app where you can listen to, why is my mind going blank?
Podcast.
Yeah, podcast. Sorry. Yeah. Cobwebs up here. Also, for those of you that are new and seasoned and everyone, if you haven't looked at the new team website, please check it out. Share it with your new coaches. Share it with your coaches maybe that enrolled a few months ago, because this was just created in the last month. I also have a new thing on the website. You can schedule a time to chat with me if you want to chat about your business. I know that we text all day long and it's kind of like you ask me one question and then maybe you just want to set up like 20 minutes to just chat about stuff. There's a cool little schedule there that you can click on and we can schedule a time that's just you and me to talk about your business. If you have any questions about anything. So definitely check that out. And it's not just for my coaches. It's for anyone on the team. Anyone. Your brand new coaches, they want to have a chat with me, I'm available. So definitely share this website because that's why it was created. And then also there's a whole way to train on the website. And then there's a slightly different way on this self-paced that I know most of you on this call, and I can't see who's on it. You've seen this before. You're sharing it with your coaches. I love seeing them go through it. They're posting, they're asking questions. I heard of a new coach that was asking if she could do like 4 days in one day. And that's yes. The answer is yes. That's why it's called self-paced. You can do the whole training in 3 days if you want to. So I talked about this in the past, but if your new coaches have new coaches, and they want to add them to this new coach training, tell them what to do. First, make sure that you're in the group, and I have to approve you because it has to be set that way, or else anybody randomly could be in our training group, and we don't want that, just random, public people. So let me know that you're adding someone so that I know to look for that notification, and then tag them in the welcome pinned post at the top. There's a pinned post. If you're on your phone, look over to the right. That's what you're going to see. You're going to have to show pinned post. You're not going to be able to see it. It's so annoying. But on your computer, the pinned post is the post always pinned to the top. So make sure you tag your new coach in that. And the same thing for the Becoming Emerald. So when you finish the basic self-paced group, you can ask to be enrolled in the Becoming Emerald training group. And it's set up the exact same way with the pinned post also that you can't see from your phone. You have to unpin it. I don't know why Facebook does that. It's really annoying. Future planning. We've talked about this every month, but this is for newer coaches on the call. The first of the month, you should do some kind of a free group, whether it's a clean eating, a fitness, a Shakeology testing, ab challenge. I saw another group do thanks for planks. So they're doing like a plank challenge all week. Also, you should be constantly thinking about your next challenge groups. And I was hoping that Karen was going to be on this call. I don't know if she.
I am.
Hi. Oh, there you are. I can only see 4 at the same time. But Karen brought to my attention that it might be a really good idea to do your December challenge group the first of the month. Have it start the first. Now, I don't normally like doing challenge groups the first of the month because first of the month, and then the first of the month is also when the new challenge packs come out. So, I mean, probably the first of the month you'll have November purchasers in that challenge group. But she said the first of the month because Christmas is the 25th. So it's kind of a nice little celebration, get the challenge group, the 21-day challenge group in before Christmas. Now, if you do a challenge group on the first of the month, you're probably going to have 2 going at the same time. And that was me in January of last year. I had 3 challenge groups going at the same time because January is crazy. And it's like you almost want to have one starting every week. Just because people are you can throw them into challenge groups whenever, but I wasn't really doing that then. You just have to figure out what works for you. But I like the December 1st start idea because of when Christmas is. So that's definitely something that we should think about and talk about. I think now most of us are planning our mid-November group, our November, what is it, the 19th?
9th, the 16th.
The 16th. Yes, the 16th. So that prelim is starting next Monday, and then the following Monday would be the start of that group. So definitely something to think about for December, because looking at December, the 3rd week is the 14th, and that's 2 weeks, not even before Christmas. So yeah, it gets a little crazy, but here's the thing. And they said this at Super Sunday or Super Saturday. Christmas is one day. Thanksgiving is one day, It's like if you're going to stop doing a challenge for one day, you don't have to plan your whole challenge group around one day. So to me, I don't know if it's worth it to do it completely around a holiday, but that's the beauty of this. You can do whatever you want with it. So talk to your teams, talk to your new coaches about what you want to do for December. And don't be afraid to run more than one group at a time. If you want to have one running from November and not, feed into the one in December, start another one in December. You can do that. I will repost that post to the Flawless Empire page on Wednesday for the challenge group check. If anyone else has any banners that they want to post to talk about their next challenge group. Also, something I've been working on is a coach opportunity call. We do sneak peeks, but I think that it's doing a disservice to our teams and your teams to only run them once a month and waiting for that sneak peek. And, I have somebody interested, but I have to wait for a sneak peek. So I am going to make a coach opportunity call. I was actually going to do it today. But then it got late, and I don't like doing them at night because it's dark. But basically, a coach opportunity call is for those people that throughout your challenge that maybe stress an interest about becoming a coach, and you can just share this coach opportunity call with them, and it gives them everything they need to do in a call. And I'm going to try to make it about 15, 20 minutes, a video that you can share with them, whenever you want to. So look forward to that. I hope to have that, by mid to end of the week. And you can share it as soon as possible. For those of us that registered for the Fall Classic, get with your teams of 3 coaches and pump each other up. For those of you that are new and are like, what is this? Every few months, Beachbody runs fun little things for us as coaches to team up with other coaches to try to win stuff. And you had to have been a coach prior to registration, which was October 19th, to be in this. So don't be like, it's okay. There'll be another one. But those of you that are in this, maybe start a message feed, a message thread with your other team members and get pumped up, Ask each other, what are you doing today to sell challenge packs? Start November strong. It is November 2nd. The best way to do that is promote your challenge groups. This is where you're going to build your relationships and ways to promote. I love it. I saw so many invites to your events pages today, which are great. Events pages are ways to invite before the challenge group. We had a call about events pages that I recorded and I shared on the team page. And Heather spoke about events pages. So it's a really great way to kind of dangle the bait of a challenge group and show someone what a challenge group is before the challenge group is even starting. And also another way to promote private invite personal messages. Those are great. I mean, you should always have an ongoing list and asking people, hey, you reached out last month. It's a new month. Are you ready? Here's the challenge packs. I had a challenger today purchase the size challenge pack without me even asking her. Today, I was like, where did I get those 2 Success Club points from? She said she saw that it was on sale. She just went in and got it. I was like, wow, okay. We talked about this like 3 months ago. So you should have a list though of people that, have stressed an interest in PIO or in size or whatever. And when it goes on promotion, private message them. And of course your daily posts, though, that's where you plant the seeds. 2 to 3 a week about groups, about, maybe one that's going to stop them from scrolling through Facebook. Show a cool picture, a cool meal, something fun with your friends. Just show something about what you're doing, something that might inspire someone. And I love this saying down here. It was somebody said it at Super Sunday. Don't worry about what people are going to find wrong with your posts. Worry about the ones who will find what's right. I think that in the beginning of this coaching journey, we worry so much about what other people are going to think. And who cares, right? You feel great. You're sharing your passion for Beachbody with the world because you feel amazing and you just want to share that with everyone. You're sharing health and fitness with people. There's nothing wrong with that. Go with that feeling in your gut that you have right now about sharing, about posting, about, everything that you're feeling, the passion about how much you love. I was just saying that. Go with it. You have that feeling. There's a book called Eat That Frog, and it talks about the frog is that feeling. First thing in the morning, you want to post. You want to get over that one fear. Do it first thing in the morning. Eat that frog. Use the next 10 weeks. It should be 9. I wrote 9 down here. So plant seeds for 2016. A lot of people say, I'm going to sell a lot of challenge packs in January because it's the new year. But start now, because people are going to see what you're doing now and they're going to remember you in January. We get annoyed seeing Christmas decorations in September, but I know that Lowe's is going to have a zillion Christmas decorations because I saw them in September. So yes, I went yesterday and they were beautiful and I can't wait to go to get some because I remembered them in September, and those people in January are going to remember you now for planting the seeds. Let's say, so another way to promote right now is to say, look, a lot of people have a New Year's resolution in January. Let's beat that New Year's resolution. Let's have a new New Year's resolution. There's 9 weeks left until 2016. A pound a week is 9 pounds, 2 pounds a week. And you can do that. That creates a visual in their head and gets them excited. This is a great way to get ready for December and for January. I talked about this last week. There are 2 new programs coming out, Hammer and Chisel. There are 2 sneak peeks on Beachbody On Demand right now. One for the Hammer and one for the Chisel. Also, simply promoting the 21-day fix, because if people love autumn, they're going to want the Hammer and Chisel. I remember when Extreme came out, it was almost a shoo-in that all of my regular 21-day fixers were going to purchase it because they adored autumn and they loved the 21-day fix. So your list of 21-day fixers and extremers, they should be the first people that you share Hammer and Chisel with. It also has the Containers nutrition plan. So again, if you have 21-day fixers who love the 21-day fix, the nutrition plan is already revolved around those containers. So, and the next program after that is in January, and it's Tony Horton's 22-minute Marine Corps. And that's coming early in 2016. I'm thinking it's going to be like a January 1st launch. They haven't said yet. But for those people that love Tony Horton, P90X, and everything P90X, they're going to be the first ones to want to get their hands on this. So just 2 things to look forward to. You could even promote in Beachbody On Demand the free sneak peeks. You could promote the 30-day free membership for club, and then they can get the sneak peeks for Hammer and Chisel, the sneak peek for, actually the whole P90X program is on there. I think there's a sneak peek for P90X3. I talked about this already. End the year with a bang. Ways to post to gain attention. No one wants to go into 2016 feeling like crap, so let's do something now before January 1st. Whatever your New Year's resolution is for January 1st, let's do it now, and let's make a new one together. So those are just some ways. And then I love this. This has been my closing slide. You'll never work this business if you are safe. When you are safe, you coast. And when you coast, you are actually going downhill. So go out of your safe zone and don't coast. You need to pedal fast. Go uphill. The only way to go uphill is with effort. Put in the effort. So many people are waiting for you to come into their lives. Go out and make a difference. I have a lot of people say, oh, well, I posted on Monday, haven't heard anything, and then it's Friday. Well, maybe they didn't see your post. Maybe you didn't post enough. Maybe you're not, you really have to be consistent. That's the only secret that there is to, this business, really. Yeah, so that is that. But hold on 1 second.
Zella just wanted to meet me before 9.
Okay. Where did it go? There it is. Yeah, so where'd you guys go?
Wait, you want to get mine also, and then I can get you back to storage?
It's not sharing anymore? Okay. So have you guys clicked on this? Because this is what we're going to do after this. We're going to go to this website. And I don't know if you've clicked on it yet, but it's basically set up similar to this. You'll have a slideshow. You won't be able to see anyone. You'll just be able to see names. So don't worry about, like you can go and do other things. But I think it's going to be a really good listen. I'm excited about it. She's going to talk about some great things. Does anyone have any questions, comments, concerns before we head over? We have 10 minutes. So yeah, let's share.
I love the idea of the group on December 1st. I think that's going to be, I'm going to jump in on that one too and see if we can find a group because I like that chunk of time.
Yeah.
And then give people a couple of days off and then we'll start again, maybe regular. I think that's great.
Yeah. So what do you think about doing because the November 16th group will be.
Yeah. So we'll have 1 week.
1, 2. Oh yeah, they'll be in their 3rd week.
And I just did that with our last one, and it's a little bit more to think about, but yeah. I'm starting to get the hang of it because then I have 2 things going on almost all the time now with a clean eating group or something like that, and I just mark my calendars to remind myself on my posting days.
I told them I didn't want to wrap up, and now today I'm saying
do you think you'll have 2 separate groups then in December? Like the November finishing and then the new December?
Yeah, because I've already got the setup for the November one going.
Yeah. No, I think it's great. I do love the timing of it because I think a lot of people will love to have Christmas as kind of the end result of that.
Yeah, and it's a high travel time, so it's not like, your point is well taken that it's one day, don't fall off the mat, because it just takes that much harder to recover. But when you're on the road, it just is generally harder. So it kind of gives people still be aware of it. And I like what Heather was doing with theirs over, I think it's Heather, over Thanksgiving, is it's going to be like an extra prep week, and we're still going to post or give out motivational information to keep people aware. Because that's what I always tell challengers when they're traveling or falling off the map, is like, you're doing better than if you were not on the program. Because if you were on the program, you wouldn't be thinking about things. So
exactly. And I remember last year myself personally during Thanksgiving, it was like, yeah, it's Thanksgiving, it's one day, but you're at that point in your journey, whether it's your first, your second, or your third round, where you're not going to blow it on one day and have like a ridiculously huge meal because you have the fresh training from the challenge group. So it's not like they're taking off completely just because the challenge group ends on December 21st.
yeah.
It's a lifestyle. Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, we still have a little bit of time to think about that and talk about that. Because then what are you going to do with your November challengers? Just throw them into that group once it's already started and just be like, hey, it's in its second week?
Because I have to look at the calendar. Is it the prep week that overlaps with the last week? Because that's okay if they're already in a...
I know.
That would work out pretty well.
That's what I was going to ask. Do you guys overlap groups? That's what I was asking Heather.
Yeah.
'Cause she's got a 5-week one that I'm so excited about.
I know. I love that.
That's a really cool setup.
So I love how she does that because it kind of preps people and then gets them all psyched. Then the 21-day fix is built into that. So I didn't know if we would be running another group or how that works.
It's totally up to you. I feel like it's hard to have
her timeline on that.
Yeah, I love it too. It's hard to have a start and finish date with these groups because you're going to find that you're selling challenge packs all month long.
Right.
I mean,
I never want to stop.
no, you don't. I mean, I'm in my third week with my group right now, and I saw 4 or 5 coaches add new challengers today.
Yeah.
Third week. That's just the way it is.
Right.
You're constantly adding. So when you post to the challenge group, you kind of say, the majority of you are in week 3, so welcome to week 3. But some of you just started today, and that's great too.
Okay.
You kind of talk to the whole audience, but that's the beauty of it, is you can do whatever you want, and maybe what you do this month, you may find something that works better next month. I've been doing this a year now, and I don't have it down to a T. And some months it works better, and some it doesn't. Like I said, January I had 3 groups going on. Crazy, but it works.
Yeah.
I mean.
Well, and I love to see the new people come in, like even if it's halfway through, or they've just gotten their challenge pack or something like that, because their excitement, prolongs the folks maybe who have been around and they're starting their 3rd week. Like, let's finish strong.
Yeah.
And those people that come in, post a picture of their awesome package and all their plans and their recipes. So I kind of like a living, breathing 21 days where people are at all different stages.
I agree with you completely. Because my first challenge group, I was in a small challenge group. And at first I thought, ooh, intimate, nice. But if there's only 2 or 3 people posting out of 12, sometimes the larger challenge groups gets those shy people to post one day, and you're like, oh my gosh, where have you been?
Right.
Where it motivates, maybe a recipe or just showing a picture of your awesome new challenge pack that just came in the mail, or you ask a question and then that shy, quiet person answers it. So yeah, it's kind of trial and error, and you see what works, and you go with your gut, whatever you want to do, really. But do you guys want to stop this and head over to, you'll see there's like a cool text. We can be like, hey,
can anyone hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I have a question about that. I was thinking about advertising it as a rolling 21-day group. Do you know what I mean? Like, how do you I've thought about educating the public that just because they might not start, that it's okay to jump in. I mean, some people know it by default, but some people may not. So you know how you had rolling faculty meetings at school when you were a teacher? Like
Yeah.
you would just go. I don't know. I thought about and kind of incorporating that into somehow into the marketing part of it. I don't know, because not everybody's going to be aware that they can just jump in.
Mhm.
Yeah, and you know, you can post that with your daily posts like, hey, I'm forming my next challenge group, and you don't have to put a date on it. You know, you can post your date, your real date, and then the next week you can be like, okay, I'm posting you know, hosting another challenge group, and then really it's the same challenge group. You're just not
That's a good
talking
idea.
about date. Because I feel like we're always promoting challenge groups without dates, you know? But yeah, no, I like that idea. Okay, so does everyone have that link?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm going to stop this so I can close this down and then meet you guys on that call. Cool?
Thanks, everyone. Nice to meet everyone.
All right.